A young Kuwaiti tourist in Pattaya was injured last night while racing his motorbike at allegedly high speeds in South Pattaya, but wait until you hear what happened next. Hi everybody, I'm Adam. This is the Pattaya News and today is the 15th of July of 2025. Our story begins at midnight today, last night, depending on your perspective, in which, as stated, a young Kuwaiti national crashed in and around the Soy BC area in South Pattaya. Now, after the crash, it was found that he had sustained moderate injuries and rescue workers arrived with an ambulance to transport him to a local hospital. However, this is where the real story begins, as at this point, about a dozen other men from Kuwait gathered around the ambulance and, according to rescue workers, began obstructing their work, many of them trying to climb into the ambulance, accompany their friend to the hospital, or even try to instruct rescue workers on how to do their jobs. Obviously, this didn't go over very well, but eventually rescue workers managed to bring some clarity to the situation and calm all parties down. If you've been following our news over the past several years, you're aware that this is not the first time this has happened. And specifically this time of year, July and August, every single year, thousands of Kuwaiti students come over for school break for a couple weeks. But during this period of time, the biggest concern is that some of them choose to ride motorbikes illegally, getting into accidents and disrupting local residents. Well, as related to this incident last night, police said enough is enough and set up checkpoints, which you see in the footage, as well as barricading both sides of Soy and Sabay. According to police, and this took place between midnight to about 4 a.m., they seized 14 motorbikes and fined multiple Kuwaiti nationals in the area. This is the third crackdown that they've stated that they have had in the past week or so, just since Kuwaiti students started arriving for their break. Now, Pattaya police are well aware that these summer school breaks will last until roughly near the end of August. And as a result, Pattaya police said that unlike prior years, they are taking an extremely proactive sense of leadership and measures and will continue to have these checkpoints and enforcement in and around the local area. They also stated that they're working with local rental shops to make sure that rental shops are not renting motorbikes to people who do not have the proper credentials. However, they admitted that part of the problem here is that many people are renting the motorbikes legally with proper licenses, insurance, etc., but then loaning the motorbike per se to their friends who do not have the proper credentials. As always, we appreciate your comments and we'd like to hear what you think about this yearly problem and what you think the best way to resolve this is. Please tell us in the comments below, and if you enjoy what we do, like, subscribe, and follow for regular updates here from the Pattaya News in Chonburi, Thailand.